Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2013 includes Windows 8 and iPad tablet applications that are native and available in the respective application stores. These tablet applications will provide your field staff with a new level of productivity in and out of the office. By tapping on the Dynamics CRM icon, I can open up the Dynamics CRM tablet application, and I first see some tips to help me navigate. I then land on my dashboard, and you can see it's in my mobile client dashboard, and has several lists of data as well as charts that can be displayed. I can see the important data that's relevant to my work and my role. In the upper left-hand corner, I can tap on the navigation and see all of the CRM entities that are enabled for the mobile tablet experience. And the Home button, by tapping on that, takes me back to Home, which is the dashboard. I'm demonstrating the Windows 8 version of the application, so you may note I can swipe up from the bottom to see an action menu. And on the dashboard, it's very simple. I can create new records, or I can refresh the dashboards, which I will do right now. I'll go ahead and hide that menu, and we will take a look at a chart. I can double-click on my open opportunities, and by double-clicking on it, I see a grid as well as a chart that reflect my open opportunities. And so I can see specific records in a grid view, as well as the chart that corresponds to those records, much like I can with the web client experience. If I open up one of the opportunities, in this case, New Sales Op, I can simply tap to open up that opportunity, and you'll see that I have access to the same rich data that I have in the web client. The layout is a little bit different, but it is powered by the same form configuration that I use for the desktop experience. So you can see on the left I have my relationships. I have a column with a summary tab that shows key fields that I have configured on the form. And then what looks a little bit different from the desktop client experience is that I have these steps for the process flow UX right here in line as a column. And I have the stages, the high-level overview, in the upper right-hand corner. So we can see I'm in the qualify stage, and there are a few different fields that I can populate as part of that stage. I also have lists for open activities, and if I continue to swipe from the right, I can see notes, I can see stakeholders that I might have related, sales team, the new access team capabilities, competitors, and then additional details related to the opportunity. If I swipe up from the bottom, you'll see I have the ability to pin a record, which we'll take a look at momentarily, to delete the record, to create new opportunity, to save and new if I made changes to the form, as well as the ellipses. Much like the web client experience, I can click to take additional actions to close the opportunity, recalculate it, or switch the process for the process flow. Swiping back to the left, in the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a fraction, 2 out of 4, and a swipeable scroll bar. I can swipe on this scroll bar and you'll see that the selected opportunity changes, so I can easily navigate between records in the list. I'm going to navigate now to the contact record that's associated with this opportunity, simply by tapping on Steve Hagerton's name. And we now see a contact record. Again, we get the same rich experience. It looks a little bit different than the web client, but we have access to all of the data that's relevant, and it's designed to be very touch-friendly. So you'll see on the left under relationships, this is a contact record, so we have what's called a contact card. The top tile says the name of the contact and has a phone number and an email icon, and I can easily tap those to have direct contact with this individual. If I swipe up from the bottom, I'll now demonstrate pinning to the dashboard, we have the option to pin records to the dashboard in the app, or with the Windows 8 client, we can pin to the Start menu. I'll show pinning to the dashboard simply by tapping on Pin to Dashboard, and you see the icon changes. And now if I tap on Home, I have the dashboard and I have my pinned tile. I can tap and hold to get the action pane and make this larger, and I get that same contact card that we saw before. So now if I have a frequently contacted customer, or I'm working on a long-term opportunity, I can easily access the contact information or an opportunity record or other records that I need to access frequently. In this case, I'm going to demonstrate making a phone call, and I have the application linked to Skype. So when I tap on the phone button, I get a prompt, do you mean to switch apps? And tells me that Dynamics CRM is trying to open the Skype application. For the sake of time, I'll just click no, and that leaves us in the CRM application where I have a create phone call form. And assume that I'm in the process of completing the phone call. I can capture a subject. Just go ahead and type subject for the call, and I can take some notes in the description. So notes for the call I'm making, and tap save, and I now have a logged phone call activity. So as we saw, Dynamics CRM for tablets provides your field staff with a new level of productivity in and out of the office.